So, Game 7 is on here. Aztecs is gone for Aftermath. Turks is gone. There will be Malians and Celts for Dry Lake versus Indians and Khmer. Now this is interesting. Will we see the power of Khmer here? This would be brutal. This would be brutal to see. Anyways, I'm gonna add one more score here. As we get to Game 7, they are really playing out every game that is possible. Nikov and MBL will stay as the Aftermath roster. They'll play the final game. The recipe is simple. You win this game and you win the tournament. You lose this game, you lose the tournament. Malians and Celts versus Indians and Khmer. Civilization-wise, all are very good civilizations, by the way. The big question is what Khmer can achieve on this map. What Secret can achieve with the Fishbowl. Remember, Secret is very good on hybrid water/land maps. They have one Cape of Storms. Forest Pond, I can't remember the result of that, to be honest. But if you give free boom to Khmer, then definitely it's going to be a big problem. On the other side, though, this is a map in which early aggression can definitely pay off. Celts and Malians is also two good civilizations to combine. Possibly Celts archers, and it could be Malian cavalry. But it depends. The problem is that Khmer don't have a very good early unit they can use. Indians can be good, but Indians aren't that good early game. If you ask me, it is gonna be in the hands of MBL and Nikov to do early pressure. So, okay, Triple Bust is confirming me. Forest Pond. It's funny because FP and I'm thinking Fast Proxy. No, it's not Fast Proxy. Forest Pond won decisively by AM. Oh, I remember that game. I remember that was the game when TaToH was Koreans. And he tried to tower from the outside. I remember that game. Indeed, that's something that Aftermath has won. But still, Secret was very good on water maps all around the tournament. They have one Cape of Storms. They got Indians in their hands and they got Khmer. Very good late game civs. I think it's all gonna come down to the question, can we get to late game? I think that at this point, MBL Nikov will have to be as aggressive as is humanly possible to just pressure them early on, take away the water, do whatever you need, but do not let them get to late game, because you cannot stop Elephantos. There is no way. 1.5 minute spec delay and we will jump into the final game. All comes down to one game in this tournament. And I have to say that I'm super, super happy to have the tournament this close. Overall, the entire tournament was super close if you think about that one. Think about the quarterfinals in which 3 out of 4 series, we played out all 5 games. That's brutal. Semifinals were also very close, I believe. So, a very close tournament overall. Alright, so we got the final game on here. Welcome everybody to the last game of the TaToH tournament. No matter what happens, this is the last game in this tournament. We had some crazy tournament games here. Map is Dry Lake. Our 2 finalists, Team Secret, to the kind of top part of the map in purple and red. TaToH as Khmer. And Indians is gonna be the pick for the Viper. On the other side, Nikov as Malians in green, and it's gonna be Celts for MBL in yellow. So far, in this series, Aftermath has won every game in which MBL was yellow, except for one. The one game previously on Glade. I know Aftermath hates Glade, but still, now it all comes down to this match. what we are gonna see. We've discussed it before the match. I am mostly just talking about this for the future YouTube audience, those people who might one day find this video out there of this tournament that actually turned out to have amazing games. So if we go to late game here, I don't see Aftermath winning this. If we get to a good boom with Khmer, Elephants will destroy all. If not, Indians will destroy all. I love the fact that Viper is using the Indian fishing bonus here. This is actually super good idea from him. He's not even luring in the Elephantos just yet. So far, Viper is utilizing his civilization very well. I expect an early feudal age from him, to be honest. We'll see who is gonna go for the water pressure. Alright, let's see. No dogs so far, and it looks like TaToH is migrating a lot of villagers to the outside for the wood, as he's just gonna start luring in his Elephantos. Viper free on wood as of now. I wonder if he's gonna try and sneak a villager there. I don't think that he should actually risk that. I really do believe that at this point, Secret should just kind of wall themselves off, fight for the water, and then boom behind the walls. If they do that, they will have the better late game composition and just overrun Aftermath. Aftermath is the one who need to make the step, as we saw a tiny bit of scouts fighting. TaToH will have to bail out of this one because he has some lower HP. Meanwhile, tiny bit inefficiency here of Nikov. Hello, lady. Lady, please. There we go. So, yeah, that's a fair question, Mr. Cho. Scorpions do get a bonus against elephants, and Hubs plus Scorps might be able to hold it, but it's insanely hard. Like, I'm not sure if you have seen, I think you did. Yesterday, God Hubs couldn't hold it. Gods just spam Hubs all day, and they also had some Scorps coming up from the Chinese player. The other thing I'm thinking about is that even if Celts go for Hubs, the Khmer can always go for the Scorpions, and that's a big problem. If you go Elephants and Scorpions here as a Khmer player, Celts cannot do anything against that. Anyways, dock up from MBL, and we get a dock from Nikov. I definitely believe that Aftermath will need to pressure the water very heavily, so that they can contest the starting TCs of the players, make it possible to do a future landing for a sneak, just keep the lake open. If you let Secret boom for free here, then Secret is gonna take this. Early walls coming up by MBL. What's the plan for him here? Could he aim for a fast castle? And yeah, triple bust, that's also super true. That's super true. Hand cannoneers also just destroy the halberdiers. And also, halberdiers themselves definitely struggle against elephants. These elephants, if you get all the upgrades, they're just so strong, and Khmer also got the speed bonus on them, so they're actually fast as well. Fast, strong, pierce armor is amazing on them. It's literally impossible to stop it. It's one of the best late game civilizations. As funny as it sounds, Khmer, with the lowest win rate in competitive AoE 2 and overall in rated games in 1v1s, is one of the best team game civilizations, especially late game. Viper tries the sneak again. Viper tries the sneak, and I'm not sure if Nikov's gonna spot this. Nikov's gonna do that. Oh my. Remember yesterday's game? Exactly what happened. Viper sneaked the villager up on Miguel and Dogao, and that kind of costed Heresy the game there. It's gonna force Nikov to chase that villager down, but eventually I think the help is gonna come up as well from MBL. They have to kill this villager. And this is probably the reason why MBL has added these walls over here, just to make sure that there is no sneak in their face, as Viper is the first player up to feudal. He was trying to do the sneak. This also means that his scout is gonna get the +2 earlier, which is gonna be interesting in terms of the outcome for this fight. Oh, it's super close. Where is MBL's scout at? We need MBL's scout, but he lost it. He lost it, so Nikov is forced to run back here. Viper with the quick walls. Viper is just trying to run away. Oh boy. It's super hard. Viper can quick wall the villagers outside. Will he do that? Oh, what a savage player. What a savage player. And Viper is just saving his villager. Now the scout is low HP. Oh, this is so close. This is so close. Viper adding the walls. And it is going to be a tower from Nikov. Bailing out on the building is going to be Viper. Good recognition. Super, super amazing recognition there. And that villager has no chance of surviving. There's literally no chance. This is a low HP scout. Viper can kill that in one shot. But this is a lot of idle time forced on Nikov, by the way. Viper is idling 2 of Nikov's villagers here by just 1 will. And look at that! Look at TaToH! What a beast! He is transporting the villagers early with the Khmer. And remember, Khmer do not need prerequisite buildings. They can go stables right as they start. They don't need barracks. But judging by the gold miners, this might be an archer range. There we go, archer range. Oh my goodness. Secret always has something in store for their opponents. But Viper, don't go this way. Don't show them. Don't do this, Viper. This will be a mistake. Oh my. Maybe Nikov's gonna spot this. This is actually a game deciding thing here. Nikov, this is his scouting. And he spots it. Nikov spots it, and I think I would like to see MBL stream right now. Did MBL scream like, boy, what the because TaToH is sneaking 2 ranges on him, and that's a big issue. Defensive tower hurried up by MBL. Look at that. Nikov had to stonewall himself right in that moment. But the problem is, like I said, if we get to late game, that's advantage for Secret. Viper is gonna get a stable up, but eventually Nikov stonewalls will be okay, unless TaToH's transports these guys around. Let's never forget that. You can transport these guys around. In terms of water combat, we have a better fishing eco right now for Aftermath. Looks like they're cleaning up the water, even though Nikov is not moving in on the fishing eco of TaToH. TaToH popping out the archers. What's the plan here? Oh my. There is the tower coming up by TaToH. MBL is going to be forced to leave as he's mining stone on the front line. MBL transporting 3 militias and 2 villagers. That is something that TaToH spots. So TaToH is going to be able to react to this one. These walls are good, but like I said, TaToH has the chance of transporting these scouts through. Or just move in here. Try to harass the hell out of MBL. What MBL could try to gamble for is add the wall over here and just escort his villagers to the outside of this wall. Anyways, militias are here as well. What's the plan for MBL? He's doing a landing as well. Men-at-arms are coming. What a crazy game this turned out to be. Eco is better for Aftermath, let's not forget that. They got the fishing eco, even though taking the shore fish with fishing ships is not efficient. Well, there is not a lot of different fish types on this map though. Aftermath needs to clean up the ships from Secret, notably this one. This transport could do so much harm. So far, MBL's gold eco is kind of safe. Oh no, don't run into the tower fire. Slight misplay there by TaToH, as he is adding villagers on stone. Scouts running around, look at that. Oh, what is TaToH doing? TaToH? Anyways, archer range is hurried up here by MBL as he is adding skirms. Because he has an archer range in his face by TaToH. There is some demos. Oh, the demo. Can the demo kill these men-at-arms? Okay, men-at-arms going away. This could still be good, even though it's gonna be a trouble for MBL, I think, to kill villagers here. Viper is just so good with his kick walls. Viper has nothing inside Nikov's base. Look at Nikov! Like, this is what I call paranoid. This is why I believe that having the water control is just so important. The funny thing is that Secret doesn't have water control, and they still threaten by landing. And at this point, you have Viper going up to Castle Age. You got the archers here and the scouts. Still, MBL's eco is intact, and let's not underestimate the fact that their eco is significantly better than the one that the opponents have. But this is why I said that these men-at-arms will have kind of 0 combat value here. But these are Celtic men-at-arms, let's not forget that. Celtic men-at-arms do get a speed bonus, so they can catch up with these villagers. Tower is gonna go up, and Viper will have to escape most likely. So Viper might lose a few villagers here. It's not a great scenario for Aftermath, but they still have safe resource access for all of their players. It's gonna be Castle Age very soon for Nikov. And remember, their eco is significantly better. In fact, I would like to see MBL and Nikov doing a bit more fish booming Possibly adding a few galleys. Adding a few galleys would help so much. Like, snipe down TaToH's villagers who are shore fishing here. Harass these farmers, harass the berry villagers. That's what you want to do. Anyways, I would like to see these man-at-arms stopping over here because that would cut off the escape route here for Viper. Viper almost up to castle edges. He's going scale barding armor, Indian camels soon to arrive as this wall is mostly second layered. Meanwhile, Nikov is having a lot of stones, so he might be aiming to go for a aggressive castle or defensive castle. Both are a possibility. Indeed, dealing with this is gonna be super painful for Aftermath, especially once we get to a point when siege workshops can actually happen. Nikov and MBL going up to castle at the same time though, and look at that! Viper's eco will be in ruins if he loses his villagers here. Archers, what are you doing? Just kill! Kill this! Kill this! And MBL is gonna trap all these villagers. What a play! This could save the entire day here. There is still a lot of archers from TaToH. But, there is a heal advantage. Oh, it's super close. It's super close. TaToH is gonna be able to clean this up. And eventually, MBL will need to escape. He's trying to fall back to the tower. Still, this is beautiful reaction, by the way, by the Viper and TaToH. There is the counterattack. That's one dead villager from MBL. Camels are not great raiding units, but they have a good firepower against these towers, especially Indian camels. What is the answer by Aftermath to this aggression? It is spears. Spears actually are okay in this type of a scenario, but MBL is without gold right now. And he doesn't even have a lot of gold to take on this front line. This landing is hurting them so hard, as it may seem that Viper's wood eco is gonna be okay and this tower is gonna get cleaned up. Few more archers here by MBL. He could still move up and start killing villagers from TaToH, but he needs the crossbowman upgrade. This is looking definitely better for Team Secret at this point. Second TC coming up by Nikov, 2 TCs at this point for the Viper. Border control is in the hands of Aftermath, but they don't really add any more fishing ships. Still, their ecos are slightly better. If these crossbows can find value here on TaToH, I would say that there is still a chance, but this is looking quite rough for Aftermath at this point. TCing the gold is gonna be MBL, and I see a castle here by Nikov. It's gonna take down that one stable, but the problem is that you really have to clean up this aggression here by TaToH. If you are TaToH, you might want to drop a town center over here. Drop a TC and just supply your forward with even more villagers, as it looks like MBL is gonna move into the range of that tower, but that is a lot of gold villagers. One dead villager, gonna be most likely 2, and even more, and that is hurting TaToH's eco quite badly. Now, running into the TC fair is not a great thing from MBL, but he has done significant damage to TaToH's eco. This is what I was waiting for, like, Nikov just send in that fire galley and kill those villagers. Anyways, TC is up over here, and still, MBL has safe access to these resources. Finally coming up the crossbowman for TaToH. But his eco is idled a lot, look at that. 12 idles. And indeed, that's a good point by Firebrother. He forgot about the Khmer houses he can actually hop inside. So, there was 12 idols out of 35 villagers. And Gberos. We see Gberos being played here by Nikov. This is actually very smart. Gberos are fast, and they kill villagers. Look at these assassins. They just ran in and killed the villagers. That was the point of the entire thing. If you kill the villagers, there is no hope for Secret to do any more military buildings, so you can actually have a decent counterattack against this one. Forward TC by MBL. What a game this is shaping out to be. MBL's archers are now dead. It is getting cleaned up by the camels here on the north of Viper. Okay, I think it's time to stop the battle push because the crossbows will just destroy them all. It's really questionable what you can actually do with such a composition from your opponent, but I think that finally Aftermath is gonna be able to handle this push, and they still have a significant eco lead, 10 villagers and 7 fishing boats ahead. At this point, AM needs to add a few war galleys. If they add war galleys, they can actually win this game. Look at that. 3 war galleys, and these farms are all worthless. Same for these. As Viper is adding a dock again, they want to reclaim control over the waters. Let's see if Nikov notices that or not. He doesn't see that. You really have to water patrol the coastline, because the Viper might want to reboom on water. 4 TCs coming up for the Viper here. Interesting spot, but he's right next to the baobab trees, so it's actually not a bad thing. Alright, let's see. GBeToH might be aiming to get inside the base of TaToH. This might be the play here for Secret. Or Aftermath. Crossbow still trying to pop out here. Alright, so the GBeToH will have insane firepower. And if they can just run around and start idling villagers from TaToH, TaToH's gonna be in big trouble as he's just 40 villagers. Eco is clearly favoring Aftermath here. The big problem is that Viper will go for the water control. And if he goes for it, he will capitalize on the fishing eco. Let's see, AM running in with the GBeToH. That's one dead villager. These GBeToH have very low HP, so they cannot actually withstand tower fire. But what they are useful for is idling a bunch of villagers. And that's exactly what Aftermath needs. These GBeToH will slowly but surely clean up these buildings. They have a good bonus against, or good damage output against these buildings. Viper still has a sneaky villager over here he forgot about. But look at that, these GBeToH deal 10 damage to these buildings. There goes the Mangonels, and TaToH's TC might get Mango down. Guess who is on the way to Imperial? Viper trying to clean this fishing eco up, but it has helped Aftermath quite well, and there is still a 6 villager lead for AM. MBL at 3 TCs, 3 TCs for Nikov. It is 4 for Viper, but just 2 for TaToH. There is the camos arriving. Now GBeToH will just melt these camos over here. Mangoes landing the shot. Are they landing it? Wait, actually GBeToH are kind of trash against these camos now that I see it. No, it's just because the GBeToH are targeting the siege workshop. My bad. Tower is up on these farms. A lot of villagers idle from TaToH. And the GBeToH can just move in even further. Triple mangoes will be super threatening for that town center. And like I said, Nikov is going to be the first player up to Imperial. We might see GBeToH winning this game. Forging is coming up for Nikov and he's so much ahead. Viper is not even close to clicking up to Imperial, which is a big thing. A super big. Viper with a fire ship, but he doesn't have the land military to fight against this one, especially against this many mangonels here. What a series this has been, and what a comeback this could be from AM. The sneak was amazing from Viper and TaToH, but now they cannot actually use that. And eventually the GBeToH will most likely clean this up. Water combat now favoring the Viper, but TaToH losing his TCs. These are indeed Celt mangonels that are even better than the standard ones. MBL has lost his archer range over here in the back, that's not good. But guard tower is up for TaToH. Camos are moving in. Now this is an attempt to snipe all these mangoes. Look at the repair villagers committing everything here. But it is Imp for Nikov. No Imp GG just yet. Viper is ready to click up himself. Beautiful shots. TaToH's army is just melting here to the mango fire of the Celts. Viper on the way to Imperial. But let's see. What is the plan for Nikov? Is he trying to move in? Yes, he does. He moves in on Viper's eco, who is completely exposed from the left side. And TaToH's base is getting pressured super heavily. MBL is far away from Imperial, but he can just continue with the mangonels here. Just pressure TaToH even more. Water combat. Now it's basically in fire or Viper's hands with a few fire ships. But still. Now this aggression is not really yielding any result. One crossbow here by TaToH. But eventually it's getting cleaned up. Look at that forward castle there by Nikov. If that castle goes up, it's kind of over. Nikov already is in Imperial and Viper is not. Viper will lose a lot of villagers getting that castle up, I can guarantee you. Because the GBeToH will just move in and smash villagers to half. And let's see the castle race, how's it going? You need quick walls, and that might be a game-winning quick wall there by Nikov. I don't see Viper getting this castle up. Even if he gets it up, I think he's gonna be slower popping out the traps. There's gonna be traps coming up from here as well already, I think, by Nikov. Viper's castle is not gonna go up. And guess what? That is what we call a doubt castle. Over here is a castle by MBL. And Aftermath is just inches away from taking the tournament victory. That Viper's castle finally goes up, but by the time he's up to Imperial, Nikov's gonna get a lot of traps out, and he will just trap this castle down. There is another castle by Nikov, completely safe to do. as it is going to be archer ranges hurried up by the Viper, possibly for those hand cannoneers. It is the final game of the tournament. They won't give in easily, but Elite Gbero coming in for Nikov. He's moving in, possibly just sniping everything he can. And that's a beautiful shot by TaToH. Absolutely beautiful shot. Town center here on the gold pile by MBL. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And bombard cannons are also here for Nikov. Chemistry is just going up for the Viper. I don't see Viper keeping this castle alive. And the Gberos are just moving in. Skirms is the answer from the Viper, but he's missing a lot of upgrades for those guys. Meanwhile, this castle is still standing. And the Rams are slowly going to push towards the base of TaToH. More importantly, Viper losing this castle. What a game. What a game and what a series. I have to say that these finals were super, super amazing. Every game was an insanely entertaining thing to have. And we're gonna have the Gberos. Yeah, this is why they are just so useful. They cannot withstand a lot of damage, but their damage output is just so amazing. They are perfect to snipe villagers. They are perfect to snipe exposed units. And what is that villager doing over here? Is he gonna drop a tower? Or what? It's just... I think Nikov just selected that accidentally. Nope. Nikov is dropping an outpost. And you are gonna have the Rams pushing down. And that's the Void Raiders. TaToH will be forced to fight with villagers, but when he sees the Void Raiders, he might just call the GG. Viper with the GG. AM taking this 4-3. What a freaking game this was. What a series this was. 7 games played out. Almost 5 hours. And it was just amazing. It was just amazing. Aftermath taking the victory. 4-3. Wow. And that's... I think this is a worthy conclusion to the tournament. Really, I believe that. This was an amazing game itself, with the sneaks of the Viper, with the kind of comeback of Aftermath and the reaction. This was a very good game to end the tournament with. And indeed, it's 6 games, as we have all civilizations used up but 1. And really, the entire tournament was super, super balanced, if you think about that one.